that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. Oh, thank you. When I was a boy each week, on Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest, and he would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. 'Cause when I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two and Jesus made the water wine. I remember feeling sad. Miracles don't happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. 'Cause wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips, but now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven second-rate hand-me-down, but now I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. I'll tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, I saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush and singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then, 'cause everything is holy now. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-downs, but I'm walking with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Thank you. I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. Now I love you the way you are. There's nothing you need to do. When I feel the love inside myself, it's easy to love you too. Behind your fears, your rage and tears, I see your shining star. And I love you just the way you are. I love the world the way it is, 'cause I can clearly see that all the things I judge are done by people just like me. So till the birth of peace on earth that only love can bring, I'll help it grow by loving everything. 'Cause I love myself the way I am, and still I want to grow. But change outside can only come when deep inside I know I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. Yes, I love myself just the way I am. Nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Josh. Wow, this is kind of neat. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hi, Josh. Marie, you okay? Okay. Okay. Just let me know if you. Okay. Give me one of these if you got to run. Okay. Thank you. Well, let's take a moment now to. This is our last Sunday, the 5th Sunday in August, and of course, August represents the power of will, our ability to choose, our ability to be willful. I also think, after looking at it for the last 5 weeks, it's our ultimate ability to be creative when we mix will with our imagination, because we, through really focusing on our thoughts and our feelings, we can send our intention and attention to something and really begin to explore our imaginative process, our creative process, the ability to create things. For example, that Brecken, somebody decided this was a great idea with the chairs, and I kind of agree with them. Well, that's that creative and will put into action, right? And we need those in order to make any demonstration out in the world. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today during my talk. But in honor of Will, we will light this candle, this silver candle, silver representing the power of will. And then whether you're at Unity or not at Unity, these powers work in us, whether we're aware of them or unaware of them, we have them. And then we also recognize the Christ consciousness in each and every person. And maybe that's the biggest challenge sometimes, isn't it? Seeing the Christ in somebody else who's doing things that you can't even imagine. Saying things, acting in ways that would just be like, what? But imagine if we can actually take a breath in that moment, pause, breathe, and soften, and see something in them that maybe they don't see right now, and hold that space for them and for ourselves. And so in that mindfulness, we light our Christ candle. Thank you. I think it's your turn. Yeah.
I feel like I want to stand down there. But anyway, good afternoon, Unity community. Whether you're in person, thank you for being here, or whether you're joining us online, no matter where you are in the world, and no matter where you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome. And we're glad you're sharing your space with us this morning. So our 3 Unity Vancouver Island centers are situated on ancestral territory, mostly of the Coast Salish people, many nations. In Nanaimo particularly, we're located on the traditional land of the Snuneymuxw Nation, and we say to all our Indigenous friends who are walking with us towards a better future, we say, Haisepka. And please join me in repeating the Unity Vancouver Island vision statement, which is, Unity Vancouver Island is a growing, unfolding, expanding center of light and love, mighty to attract its good and radiate good to others. Now just take a moment, if you will, to join me in that peaceful place inside, just setting aside all the busyness of the day. And breathing together, we know that we are one. And we come here today to be consciously reminded of our oneness, one with each other, with our brothers and sisters throughout the world. And something I've been thinking about today, remembering my grade 3 teacher transforming my life by telling us the golden rule: do unto others as you would have others do unto you. We are one, and so it is. And now Joshua is back with My Soul is Welcome Here, and I release.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Yeah. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 'Cause I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. No, but now I can see. If you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it all go. I said you got to let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yeah, yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Take it. I really, yeah. Come on. In my heart, yeah. Only here for God. No more struggle. Yeah. I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my feet I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yeah.
Thank you, Joshua. Well, it must be September because we got a real busy season and a week coming up. So this Tuesday, please join us for our monthly What's Up meeting. This is your opportunity to ask questions, make suggestions, and just know what's going on and take part in the direction that this center is headed. And on Wednesday, join Reverend Thomas for the second in the series of prayer circles, which is every second Wednesday. That's 1 o'clock in the library, and everyone is welcome. We will be having community circles at each of our 3 centers this month. The dates are in your newsletter. It's next week here in Nanaimo, so make sure you're here. Again, your chance to be updated and contribute to the operation of the center. September 10th and 11th, 24 hours from 5 p.m. on the 10th is Unity World Day of Peace. There's a link in your newsletter where you can watch the ceremony from Unity Village all day. In Victoria and in Nanaimo, we're gathering in person at 5 o'clock to watch the opening ceremonies from Unity Village together. So if you're in one of those cities and would like to have that extra opportunity to connect, please do. And please set aside Saturday, September 13th for our annual All-Island Picnic. That's at Elk Lake Beaver Lake Park in Victoria. Everyone is welcome, and I invite you during coffee time to maybe talk about how we can carpool and get a bunch of people down there. And there is still time to register for Reverend Thomas's book study coming up, and that will be on Zoom and in person in Nanaimo, and that's Martha Creek's book, The Presence and Potential. Right. And so you can still register for that online. And to subscribe to our newsletter, which has all the events every week on Thursdays, or to become a member of Unity Vancouver Island, please just send a quick note to Cindy in our office, info@unityvancouverisland.com. And today's daily word is, guess what? Faith. I express my faith with every choice I make today. My every choice, no matter how small, expresses my faith in something at that time. Those moment-by-moment choices create my life experience, so it would be impossible to live without faith. The great news is that I can change my focus whenever I choose. I am not a victim of the events and challenges in my life. When I pause for a moment to remember the truth of infinite love, I am at peace. I take time today to observe the life I am living. It is a perfect expression of the faith I am holding. Faith allows me to see peace in the midst of conflict, to find abundance where once there seemed lack, and to love all others rather than judge. And from James 1 verse 6, but ask in faith, never doubting, for the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. And now, the answer, and then Reverend Thomas is going to honor us with his talk, which today is titled, Faith, Living the Faith Out Loud. Joshua.
Here we all are, gathered together in this place. Why are we here? What is our purpose? Spirit reveal. How do we know what's true and what's real? We may not know where life's road will lead, but it doesn't matter as long as we believe that love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. So what's going on in this world today? Where do we fit? What can we do to make a difference? What can we say? Where do we go? This way or that way? If we all pray and truly believe and love one another, we'll let the world see that love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. 'Cause we may not know where life's road will lead, but it doesn't matter as long as we believe that love is the answer. Yes, it is. Love is the answer. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. Maybe. Maybe.
Thank you, Josh. Sorry if I feel a little scattered today. Max is traveling, and so I'm doing sound as well. Can't you tell? Right? I'm got all the dials here. So I'm just a little bit like stressed on that. You know, the anxiety goes up when you have multitask. Anybody here multitask? Yeah. How's that work out? Feels good, doesn't it, huh? Speaking of which, I'm gonna run over here and just turn my mic down a little. Okay, which button is it?
This is the behind scenes.
This is
At Unity.
This is what I went to ministry school for. Chairs and tables, right? And audio mixing. That's really, and setting up tech and doing slideshows. Everything else was just a throw-in, but those were the key focuses of ministerial school. So I don't know if you all recall, those that were here or that watched online, the last service I left off with a lyric from a Rush song, that the measure of a life is a measure of love and respect, a garden to nurture and protect. And I kind of want to roll that into today, that this idea of will and faith and living our faith out loud is really the seeds that we plant. And then the garden, the world can see the garden that we are actually growing and nurturing. Although we may think we show up in a certain way, people can see who we are by what's around us, the type of people we have in our lives, the way we react, the way we respond to things. And one of the great things I've learned from Unity in going, starting to come to Unity and going through the ministerial process was just how important it was to be a gardener of my thoughts and my words and my feelings, and to really make that the focus of my energy and my life, that if I do that, if I work on that really well, then what shows up outside of me, living from the inside out, what actually gets projected in the world around me and I attract into my life should match the work that I'm doing within myself. Does anybody have that same agreement? Does that feel like a truth, right? That how we truly are inside, the way we respond, that is what begins to show up in our lives. And so yesterday I had the pleasure of attending a celebration of life for Jack Harvey. And Jack was very fond of Unity teachings and was very fond of A Course in Miracles. And if I were to put my one takeaway of Jack's impression on people, it was amazing. Because when anybody ever asked him how he was doing, his response was, amazing, right? That's just how he lived. And he cultivated and nurtured that expression inside and then projected that to the world. And so people came to know him as amazing. Just a happy guy, willing to serve, willing to be a part of your life, willing to have a conversation and respond from a place of love and appreciation. And when you put those seeds in the ground internally and nurture them and water them and care for them, that's what we can expect outside in the world. And one of the lyrics from that Rush song that I shared earlier was, "It's so hard to earn and so easily burned," right? We can really make a mess of things, can't we? Right? That's why we need to constantly be in a state of practice, of practicing our Unity principles, our truth, and what we've come to know in Unity, the word, anybody familiar with the word demonstration? Right? That we are a demonstration. And so if we think of the Unity's 5 principles, God is, I am, I think, I affirm, and I act, really, principle 5 is that demonstration into the world, being a demonstration of all the things that you are nurturing inside of you. And I can think back to days when I had some addictions in my life, and what I was actually nurturing in the world was the opportunity to feed those addictions. Right? That's what was showing up in my life. No right or wrong, I'm not judging it. I'm just saying that everything that I was working on inside of me was about feeding that, not feeding things that were going to really enhance my life in a powerful, positive way. Not that I'm a big fan of positivity, but you know what I mean. Living a good life where I can be of service to not only the ones I love, but others. And the same for all of us here, right? Where we can be of service. You know, I often think of that line in the airplane, you know, when they're showing you where the masks are. What do they tell us? Put the mask on you first so you can serve others. And that's really what living our faith out loud is about. It's about taking care of in here, in us, so that we can be a light, the Christ light for others. We can hold that space. We can stay away from the anger-filled moments. We can talk ourselves off that ledge of madness that we might experience from time to time. I know it's nobody here. It's just me that experiences that. That's why I get to have the microphone, so I can just confess to all of you. So we have this idea of will, and maybe this would be a good time for that slide, Marie, if you could, the first one. Yeah, so these are our seeds of demonstration in the world. So we plant the seeds, and we can think of that as will, of turning inward, using will to really, what's the word I'm looking for? No, thank you. It's a good word, but it's not the word. Create the words. Really choose the words and the feelings that we're going to focus on. Right? We can use will to be, no, this is my intention. This is the thing I'm going to work on. These are the seeds that I can plant. Right? And then through faith, we have the growth. Right? Faith is actually us projecting that into the world in the form of growth. And then we have demonstration, which you could consider the harvest. And so you can go to the next slide. I think I've got some more. Yeah. So seed is every word, thought, and choice that we plant in the soil of spirit. Right? That's our energy. That's our spirit. That's who we are. And then growth is faith is the unseen power nurturing that seed. Right? Have you ever had to just be like, no, I'm not going to do it that way. Just, I'm going to stick with what I believe to be true. You ever had those moments? Yeah. And don't they feel right? That this is what I need to do? Not in an anger moment, not in I need to show somebody else, but just when you're in those moments where I just need to be true to myself. That's what I'm talking about. That is that faith that we can nurture. And then demonstration is the visible fruit that we show up in the world with, the love and the abundance, the stuff that we really want to bring to the world. And that's what I would call the harvesting, right? We get to harvest all the work that we've done. And so in this, if we continue with this garden metaphor, we have different types of leaders in the world. We have different types of leaders in our community. We have, in our own families, we probably have different people that show up in different ways, doing different things, offering different attributes and skills to our gatherings. And so you can see some that lead by the planting, some that lead by watering, some that lead by tending to the weeds. I know in my family of 6 kids, And, I don't know, there's 19 grandkids now, I think, and 12 great-grandkids if my parents were still here. Like, there's a lot. And so I know in my family there are those that tend to the weeds. There are those that maybe create some weeds. Anybody have some of the? I could be one of them. I don't know. Right? But then we have those that want to get everybody together. Like if we could just, they want to water those seeds. Let's all get together and, forgive one another for all of those things that may have happened. Right? We can see that dynamic in communities. We can see that dynamic here at Unity. There's those that have different skill sets that they can bring to the table and show up in ways, and that's what builds a community, and that's what fosters a garden, and that's what has our lives grow and move forward in a way that we can feel connected. So we can think of everything we speak, think, and do as a seed planted. And I know that as I've spent the last 69 days doing a prosperity program with the board of Unity Canada on a WhatsApp thread, I've also decided to journal a whole lot around this, and I'm just fascinated at what's coming up as I push myself to stick to it, to show up every morning, get out of bed, do that work that I agreed to do with these people. So yeah, I'll do that every day, and I'll post something on WhatsApp, and I'll journal on that every single day. And it takes something to do that, right? It actually takes something to do that. But what I've noticed is how, I think I shared a few months ago that I was in a much different place than when I think back to when I started at Unity. I was doing things in a very intentional manner, and I think as I went through ministry, it kind of sloughed off a little, where things just became routine, and maybe there wasn't the depth of really looking at myself and really understanding. And we can fall into that, right? Where it's just, I got to meditate. Okay, that was done. Great. Check the box, right? Oh, I should pray. Right. Okay, done. Check the box, right? Like we can do that. And I'm not judging it. It's just, I think there's a scripture about that, right? Of just getting, when Jesus, here how it is. When Jesus gave us the Lord's Prayer, he didn't say to pray it every day. He said, pray like this. Meaning to assemble your thoughts and your prayers in such a way, but also to not just be saying it out of habit, where there's no depth to it, where you're not really bringing your emotion to it. And if you've done any research on internet about prosperity practices, there's lots of people out there that have a lot to say about it. But one of the truths that I think really rings true to me is that when the two become one, our thoughts and our feelings become one, that's when we truly create. That's when we can demonstrate in the world that we really want. And I think I shared that before of Greg Braden telling a story where the praying for the rain is to bring in, as if it's already happened, but to bring in that emotional energy, right? That feeling like, this is real. This is happening already, even though out there in the world it might not look that way, right? We need to hold that space. So I want to share a quick story on faith. So recently, Tatum and I, last week, was it last week? I don't even know anymore. I think it was last week. I took Tatum to the university in Buffalo where she had transferred. And so we flew to Grand Rapids, Michigan, and rented a car or a truck. I've never rented a pickup truck before. This was my first, and I got this great American GMC fully loaded pickup truck. Like it was awesome, right? So American. I should have been in Texas, really. But I was in Michigan, and I think it suits in Michigan as well. Anyhow, rented this pickup truck, went to her the university she was transferring from and picked up all of her stuff. She had like 8 very well-packed crates that needed to go from there to Buffalo. Now, in traveling to Buffalo from Grand Rapids, you have a couple of options. So you can go down the bottom of the lake and go through Cleveland, and then around the lake, and then head up to Buffalo, and that's about a 7-hour and 45-minute drive. Now, I did have a thought that that might be good because the last time I was in Cleveland, because everybody says that, right? Oh, I was last in Cleveland? That's like a normal thing to say. No, the last time I was in Cleveland was for a Rush concert, surprise. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland, and Rush had not been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and there was a protest at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame about Rush having not been inducted yet, because that's how Rush fans operate. That's what we do. So I thought, well, they're now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we could make a pit stop in Cleveland. That would be awesome. And then I thought, well, we don't really have the time. But anyhow, it was in my mind that that was a possibility. The other way to go is back up through Canada and across through London and St. Catharines down at the bottom, and then back through Niagara. And that's about 2.5 hours less driving. However, that meant we would have crossed the border at the airport into the US, flown to Grand Rapids, rented a truck, put a bunch of stuff in the truck, drove back into Canada, and then tried to get back into the US in Niagara, which, see, I can see the expression on people's faces. It's like, why would you do that? So, when I had left Vancouver, we had all agreed in the family that we would drive out of fear. I'm going to name it. The fear was there would just be problems if we did it that way, so we should be afraid and then just go the longer route through Cleveland. But we rented the truck, and Tatum and I were driving along, and we had some Starbucks coffees as we were driving. And I said, how do you feel about this? It would be better if we could get to Buffalo before 5 o'clock. If we go the bottom way, that's not going to happen because we have to move her into her new dorm. Or we can go back up through Canada, but you know how we're all afraid of that. So what do you think we should do? And so we talked about this. And of course, ringing in my ears is my Unity Reverend ministerial principles of, am I going to live into fear? Am I going to let that dominate my choice? And I decided, no! We are not going to do that. And Tatum she used a different H word. Heck no! We're going back through Canada. It's going to be fine. Because why wouldn't it be? Everything was in order. Her visa's in order. We're not doing anything wrong. Why wouldn't it be okay? We've crossed the border hundreds of times with no problems. Why would this one be a problem? So we went through Canada. Never been that way before, so that was kind of exciting. I had never crossed, I think it's called the Blue Bridge. Little side note, we ate at Cracker Barrel. Has anybody ever eaten at Cracker Barrel? Okay, it's all brown food. They don't sell any green food there. It's all like eggs and pancakes and then meatloafs and stuff like that. What's that? Mac and cheese. So there's no, it's like brown and orange food basically, right? And so Tatum and I had been on many of these road trips, and we've passed all of these Cracker Barrels along the way. They're everywhere, and they've got the signs that are 50 feet tall so you can see them from the freeways in the US. And so this trip we decided, we're going to hit a Cracker Barrel this time. We hadn't done it yet. So in Niagara, before the Blue Bridge, the Michigan side before the Blue Bridge, there's a Cracker Barrel there, and they've got great stores. That's really the thing about Cracker Barrel is all the old antique stuff you can buy there, and old-fashioned candy. It was crazy. Anyhow, we went there, had breakfast. It was great. They advertised the best pancakes in the world. I'm not going to lie, they were pretty good. The pancakes were pretty good. Anyhow, we drive through Canada, we get to the US border in Niagara to go into Buffalo. And we do have Nexus, which is a benefit because that means we've been background checked. We pull up, I pull out all the documents again to give to the border person, and he starts looking at it. And I think he got bored or just was like, what am I doing? These guys are fine. I told him the story that what we were doing, it looked weird that we were traveling back into the US. Anyhow, 30 seconds? Yeah. See ya. That was it. Story's over. So boring, right? The point is, we saved like 2.5 hours of driving by giving up the fear that something might happen, as opposed to living into something might happen. Yeah, greatness might happen, ease might happen, right? Crossing the border might just be simple. It doesn't have to be difficult. We have everything in order. That's another one of our 12 powers, right? Is order. So everything was orderly. There was nothing to worry about. And we got to her dorm on time. 4 o'clock we got there. So we could load in, get all our stuff done, and go have a nice dinner after, which we went for. What would you do in Buffalo? Buffalo wings. Come on. Which are made of chicken, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering. Anyhow, talking about this with Tatum and really living through that, are we going to allow fear to run our lives and create this decision? Or can we come off of that place and just make a choice based on what is it we want to do and not allow ourselves to be imprisoned by that feeling of fear? And I'm so grateful to have had that experience with her, but also for me, right, to just reinforce my own principles, that I would stand up here and in front of all of you and say, this is the way you should live, and then not do it myself? Like, how does that make any sense? And I also shared a little while ago those little things that we do where we don't live up to our truth, right? The little cheating that we do where we're like, I'm not going to do it this time, or I'll let this go, you let that slip. That's the start of the breakdown, is when we let those little moments slip by. And so with that in mind, I will give us a few action steps and then we'll move into our meditation together. So what I have here is choose seeds consciously. Begin each day with an affirmation of what you're planting. Love, peace, abundance, whatever that is. Just begin each day with that. Trust the process. Like a seed underground, growth is unseen before it's revealed. Faith allows us patience. Tend the weeds. Notice the thoughts. Notice the habits that choke your own growth. And gently, another 12 power, release them, right? Actively let them go. And harvest with gratitude. Have a gratitude practice daily if you can, even if it's just one thing a day to be grateful for. Find something to be grateful for. Celebrate every sign of love, healing, and wholeness in your life and community. And so I invite you to join me for a few moments of meditation and visualization. And I invite you to, if you're comfortable, close your eyes. If not, just find a spot in front of you where you can soften your gaze and allow your breath to be calm, to be deep, to be nurturing. And just imagine that you are in a lush garden. This garden represents your life. This is your beautiful life that you are co-creating in every moment. I invite you to take a few moments to notice in this garden what is thriving, what is currently thriving in this garden. And at the same time, see if you can notice what needs tending. In other words, you can think of it as what is working really well and what needs some attention. And in that space that needs tending, I invite you to either plant a new seed or begin to water what's there with love, with forgiveness, with peace. Maybe it's patience, maybe it's abundance, joy. Bring something to that space to nurture it. And maybe it's even a place that needs release, that needs to be let go of. And I invite you to remember throughout the week to start each day with planting a seed of intention. And allow that seed to grow in your garden throughout the day. And just gently speak these words to yourself. What I plant in faith, Spirit brings forth in demonstration. What I plant in faith, Spirit brings forth in demonstration. And as you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring yourself back to this space and time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us online. Namaste.
send my praise over the mountains. I send my praise over the sea. I send my praise into the heavens, and it returns to me. So there is a part of this song that I would love, if you feel comfortable with it, for you to sing with me. So I'm just going to teach it to you real quick off the top. No pressure to get it right away. It comes back a few times, but we'll practice it once through, okay? So the song is called Brave, and it's by an artist named Sarah Bareilles, who I love. So this is the part that I think we can sing together. Okay, I'll sing through it. Here we go. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Together, ready? I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Nice, there it is. You can be amazing. You can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle beneath your skin. Kept on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say. Just let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Nice. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been stared down by the enemy, fallen for the fear and done some disappearing. Bow down to the mighty. Don't run. Stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big you're brave and say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say. Just let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. And since your history of silence won't do you any good, did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth and say what you want to say? Just let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say. Just let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be. Say what you want to say. Just let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say. Just let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you, 'cause I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I want to see you be brave. Just want to see you. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I want
Rev P had to go. Reverend Patricia had to go, and she took her script. So I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do next. So I stole yours, Josh. You no longer have a script. Display affirmative prayer slide. No, that's not me. My wife's pointing at the back. It's up there. Well, it seems like doing the abundance affirmation before we talk about abundance seems like that's putting it before, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. What's the next slide, Marie? Let's start there, and then we'll go to the abundance affirmation. Okay, we're going to do things backwards. All right. So first of all, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your financial support, your talent, your treasure, as they say, your gifts of you being here, whether you're joining us in person or online. We would not have this community without you. It's actually your community, and mine too, because I'm part of the community, but that's what makes the community. It's not unity, it's not any one person, it's all of us pulling together, being involved, and sharing what we have with the community so that we can have a place to gather and congregate and talk these truths, speak about these truths, and support one another, and build that loving presence in the community. So thank you, everybody, for whatever it is that you're able to give. And so if you're in a place today to financially support Unity of Vancouver Island, I say thank you. It's not expected, it's appreciated. There's many ways you can do it. You can do a Square credit card debit thing after service. You can mail something online. You can leave an envelope behind, or you can send it to donations@unityvancouverisland.com. And for that, we say thank you. And so let us now celebrate the incredible abundance that we do have here at Unity Vancouver Island with our abundance affirmation. And Josh, I will let you take it away. Great. And please join me in celebrating not only our children here in this community and the children in the surrounding area, but children all over the world. They are the future of this planet, so I invite us all to bring them into our blessings right now and share with me or speak with me. We see the divine light shining as you. We love and appreciate you exactly the way you are. And I'd like to say thank you to Reverend Patricia, who suddenly just ran out on us. I'm going to have a word with her on Tuesday about that. No, she had to drive her son to the airport. Thank you, Marie, for hanging in there today. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Leslie, on camera. Thank you to Max's input today, supporting me in doing sound. And then thank you to all of you for being here, and all of our greeters and the people that help set up before service, and our refreshments, people that take care of us gathering together. And so if you would like to stay afterwards and join us for refreshments, please do so. And of course, thank you for our flowers. And Joshua, thank you for being here. It's really great to have you always and to rely on you. Joshua just picks all the songs that we play. Yes, so I send him a talk title and just encourage him to do whatever he would like. Yes, that seems to work out really well. All right, and then our closing prayer. Please join us for... So I just want to say a little word about this before we do the James Dillett Freeman prayer for protection. Is everybody familiar with this and it's where it began, how it was started? All right, so he had written a 4-line prayer for a Christmas service back in like 1939. He used the word Christ, not God, in that one. And then in 1940, during World War II, they were getting a lot of requests for a prayer, that they felt they needed a prayer for what was going on in the world. And so he took it upon himself to sit in meditation and prayer and allowed the prayer for protection to come through him fully, where he changed it to God, and he added the 5th line, wherever we are, God is. So the real prayer for protection is only the first line of each one of those double lines. All the rest of it has all been added in, has been changed by people. I'm actually, as the minister here, I really want to go back to just what James Dillett Freeman wrote, because that to me is the truth of this prayer. Now, this prayer also went to the moon in 1969. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin brought this prayer with him to the moon. And then in 1971, and I forget the astronaut, there's a second James Dillett Freeman prayer, I am here. I am there, sorry, thank you. It's titled I Am There. Another astronaut brought a microfilm of that to the moon. So I think James Dillett Freeman might be the only person that has 2 prayers on the moon that somebody has left behind. So that just shows you the kind of intuition, the kind of connection spiritually that he had. But anyhow, we will say what's there today, but I think in the future I would like to just bring it down to what James Dillett Freeman wrote. Okay, that was a long one, wasn't it? Thank you for bearing with me through all of that. So I'm sorry? Okay, good. Well, please, the light that is God surrounds us. We are one with the light. The love that is God enfolds us. We are one with the love. The power that is God protects us. We are one with the power. The presence that is God watches over us. We are one with the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and so it is. Amen.
I think it's time.
It is.
All right, feel free to rise and join hands. Here we go, here we go. Cute. Okay.